what's going on, guys? Kivox here, and we're gonna be making something new today. I came up with an idea where we're gonna be using the laser engraver, the Glowforge that I got, and we're gonna be making a little Hogwarts display thing that hopefully comes out good. And then also, I thought to myself, I'm gonna do something else too. I'm gonna try to take one of these frames and make it into a makeshift wand display slash holder. And I hope it comes out good. I haven't tested this out yet. I made a couple of patterns that I'm gonna be lasering out, and I'm hoping that that one comes out good. So what we're gonna be using today, you guys probably already saw a sneak peek of this in the thumbnail. I'm assuming. I don't know what the thumbnail is going to look like yet. But, yeah. Alrighty. So, very quickly, the main thing you're going to need is going to be a picture frame. Recently, we made this little guy in one of the other videos. So, you could take this apart if you want, because we're going to be making two of these today. So, let's just get this guy apart. Throw that aside. Alright, now we got two picture frames. The other thing you're going to want to do is remove these little holders right here that help retain the glass inside of the inside of there. We're going to put these aside as well. Looking pretty good. Ooh, they would actually look good together like that. That would look cool. I should do something like that. Pliers, cutters, something that you can strip back wire. Speaking of which, we're going to also need some LEDs. I'm going to be using two different styles of LEDs. These are a bright white, a cool blue white, and this is actually a, I believe it's like an orangey, yellowy color. I think it's yellow. No, I don't even remember. We'll find out when I power it up, I guess. Hopefully it still works. For that as well, we're also going to be needing a soldering iron. Hardware-wise, we're going to also be needing two nails or screws. Nails probably look a little bit better, so I would stick with the nails. You're going to be needing a wand of some kind, a wand, something like that, or something like that. Maybe a guy like that. I'm going to most likely be using this wand for this video. One final thing that we're going to need is some sort of a power supply so that we could power up those LEDs. If I think of anything else that we need, I'll be sure to let you guys know. I just remembered something. Also, I need to go and grab it, but we're also going to be needing some solder so that you could solder some stuff up. This project that we're doing is not for everybody. Obviously, if you don't have a laser, it's a little bit harder to do, but it's still cool to watch, and I hope you guys end up enjoying it. I'll put a link down below to all the materials that you guys can get, like on Amazon or something like that. Obviously, the laser is kind of like not something that you can get on Amazon, which, you know what, maybe you could get it on Amazon. You can get pretty much anything on Amazon. So I'm sure that somebody sells a laser on Amazon. Here's the other way that you could make something like this. You may not be able to really tell on this, but this little Triforce right here glows, and all I did was wired up some batteries to it. It looks like, I think I made this like 4 or 5 years ago or something like that, so it's not the best. I think one of these batteries even broke. It's not even connected, one of these. But the gist of it is when you turn off the lights, or in person, it looks a little bit better, and you can actually see what it does. You can turn it on and off. I got a little on and off switch on it, just powered by that little battery. And I think it looks pretty cool. So we're going to be making something similar to this, but with a laser, as opposed to this. I just sanded it up. And man, this probably took me a good 3 hours or something like that to sand it. I hand sanded it, used like an orbital sander a little bit as well. And if you guys want me to make something like this and do a video about it, please leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys want to see that or not. And this is pretty simple. This was like a $2 stand thing from Joann Fabric or something like that, or Michael's. I don't even remember where I got it. Maybe Hobby Lobby or something like that. But that was this thing. I think it's going to live over there now. Let's jump over to the laser, and then we'll come back and assemble everything, and I'll show you guys how to solder everything up, and hopefully that comes out good. Now that we laser cut our pattern, we're going to be taking our frame and attaching the lights to it before we do anything else. We're going to actually have to cut off this end unless you have a female version of this that you can just put in over here and then plug this guy into that. But I don't have that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just solder it in directly. So on my version of this, you guys may not be able to see this, but my cable here is actually marked positive and negative. You always have to make sure that you hook up LEDs the correct polarity, so positive to positive, negative to negative, because if you don't, they won't light, is the gist of it. So always make sure negative goes to negative, positive goes to positive. The way that I'm going to be setting this up is so that there's a nice 90-degree angle in it, just so that I could actually set it up. Where's the negative? That side's negative, because I want it to be like this. So if I don't have this angle predetermined in there, it's basically not going to want to sit in there right, and it's going to bend and break the wire right off. So if you guys don't know, whenever you go to solder something, you always want to tin it. If you guys are younger than, let's say, 18 or something like that, you may not want to be doing this by yourself. Get some adult supervision, and you'll be okay. Whenever I have to wire up some little wires like this, I always bring the iron and the wire to the solder and then just dab it on there. Make sure you heat up the wire and it'll melt nicely. We're also going to be tinning this right here. If you guys want to learn more about soldering, I could definitely make a video about it, but this video is not going to be for that. Well, now we have an okay solder joint right there. It should work fine. We're not going to be tugging on this too much, and we're actually going to be putting a fastener in there to hold the wire to keep it from stressing it out even more. We just have to glue this to the bottom right here, and we are on our way to being almost done right now. I'm actually putting it right up against that inner lip right there, just so that we can get it as close to the glass as possible. So now I'm gonna just put a little dab of glue right in this corner, just to help hold everything together. So as this dries, I'm gonna just put a little fastener right here, just to hold this wire down and to keep some more strain off of that. And for this, make sure you grab the biggest hammer that you possibly can, because for this part, I actually am gonna use a golden nail, just because I think it'll make it look a little bit nicer. And we're gonna be placing that guy right about there, right about there. So that ended up taking a little bit longer than I initially planned. It's like 1:30 in the morning right now. I pretty much finished. I ended up adding something, and it kind of changed. It kind of changed everything, and I had to reprint some stuff. Not really reprint, but print, because I had an idea. I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this, so let's do it. I have most of the lights off in the room now, and here is the Hogwarts logo one, and it's cool because you can see through it. It took me a while to figure out if I was gonna do it this way or not, but the final thing, I kind of had the backing on it, which could look cool, but I decided at the end to just go with the clear. I think it'll look pretty nice somewhere. Still haven't figured out where to go. And the way that this guy is wired up is you have to unplug it to turn it off. Sadly enough, that's just how it's set up. So that's the Hogwarts one. So we're gonna put that right there. And then this was the one that I ended up going back and remaking, and I'm really happy with this one. I had to stop that prematurely because it looked terrible. The display is so bright that you can't see it. So I have to try to play around with the camera a little bit so that you guys will be able to see what's actually written on there. If you guys don't know what it is actually the new Ender's Wand kind of display logo thing. I know some of you guys have been asking for some swag, so we finally designed a t-shirt and it's gonna have this logo on it, and it's gonna come in all of the house colors plus purple. Meekachii and I really like purple, so I just decided, you know what, purple and white look really good together, so we're going with that. You may be able to read it on there ever so slightly. Should be able to see it right in front of the Marauders map, right in the middle. There's a K, it says Ender's Wands, there's some wands on there. It's extremely bright, so it's gonna look really blown out, but the lines are actually really crisp. I didn't realize this when I was recording it last time, but you can actually read it in real life. Real eyes work with this. It's just the camera's gets a little bit confused. Let's put this guy on there. See, that looks pretty good. Let's actually turn this all the way down so that you guys can actually read what it says on there. It basically looks like that, but a little bit, you know, you could see the actual background in real life. It's just not as crispy. But as you can see, it's extremely blown out just because of how bright that LED is. This one doesn't look as bad. This will pretty much like light up the whole room in the dark. It's pretty nice. There's a simple solution for this. Just get a potentiometer that we could wire in right here and just bam, 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 turn it up, turn it down. Simple solution. I'm just not going to do it because I don't need to. And that's that. The pattern of the Marauders map on this one is actually from Danny over at Muggle Magic. If you guys haven't seen any of his YouTube videos, if you guys are here and you guys like this Harry Potter stuff, make sure to go check out his channel because very, very nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which one you guys like better. If you like the clear background or if you like the solid background of something cool on there like the Marauders map. Make sure to smash that like button if you guys like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. And remember to leave a comment down below. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye, bye, bye.